Going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. Looked like Stephanie White had a lot to say at the conclusion of this basketball game. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. The Indiana Fever finally made their debut with the new look team, and I'm telling you right now, a lot of people was talking online about the way this team performed, the way this team looked at, and ultimately how chemistry is going to be the biggest issue for this basketball team. Now, I told y'all a video before. It didn't look very hot in the beginning, bro. I just got to be honest. I don't know if it's because Caitlin Clark went in. I don't know if it's because it was a preseason game or maybe all the players weren't there yet, but something looked like it was off with the Fever basketball team. Now, one person that had a lot to say about this is head coach Stephanie White, which we're going to play a little snippets of her talking later on in the video, but we got to head over to Google to look and see how this game ultimately played out. So this is to break down all four quarters, man. So as y'all can see, by the end of the first quarter, the Fever was already down by 11 points. I mean, it looked like they couldn't even get it going in the first part of the game, bro. Like, I was sitting there and like, damn, like, can we get a bucket, bro? I mean, Washington looked like the Las Vegas Aces in the first two quarters. I can't even lie, dog. Then we head over here to the second quarter. It was 22 points that was scored. And then the Fever ultimately, you know what I'm saying, got it together for the most part. But then again, you know, they started falling behind again. And they was just falling behind each and every quarter until the end of the game, until they finally got it together, bro. Now, they did have to go to overtime, and it was just a weird little outcome with this game, bro. I got a videos lined up that we're going to break down and figure out where things went wrong. But we got to check out, you know, what Stephanie White had to say. Now, Michaela Timson showed up. I know everybody's going to talk about Sophie. Sophie's like the talk of the town, but we got to talk about Michaela Timson. For her to be a rookie, just wrapped up, you know, playing basketball in college a few weeks ago, bro. She came in. She was ready to play. She showed up and showed out. That's what you want to see out of a basketball team. And I'm happy that they drafted her. Just like I stated early on, she was going to be a steal for them in the draft. Looked like she's working out very, very wonderful. She's fitting in just great. Now let's head on over to X, man, because Stephanie White has been talking a lot. And she spoke about Caitlin Clark injury. She spoke about a lot of things, man. She definitely did. Let's play some of these clips.
She just is she's a competitor. She's versatile, so she allows us to do different things. Like, she plays with such a toughness. She's huge, and she's going to be for us all season long. But what she brings from an energy standpoint, she raises the level of play of everybody.
Now, Stephanie White is talking about Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham had over 20 points. She balled out. And what's crazy about her balling out the way that she did, she was getting attacked game. I mean, all game long, she was just getting attacked. People was throwing her on the ground. And for her to go out there and ball the way she did was legendary. Shows me she's definitely making this roster. Sophie Cunningham is going to be the backup to Caitlin, bro. Sydney Colson didn't look too hot. I feel like Sophie Cunningham should have been in the starting lineup, hands down.
Around her as soon as she steps foot on the floor. Hell, even on the sideline. I mean, her communication, everything. She's definitely an X factor.
Now, Stephanie White talked about her talking on the sidelines. I didn't see a whole lot of Sophie Cunningham communicating on the sidelines, but if she did, that's legendary in itself, man. And that's what you want to see, dog. You want to see veterans coming in, talking, getting involved, make sure the team stay mentally ready to go. And in this next clip here, she's going to be talking about Caitlin Clark and this so-called injury, which we already know, man. I called it load management. It was a back-to-back game. Caitlin, it really wasn't no reason for her to play. But let's see what Stephanie White had to say.
And Caitlin seemed pretty active on the bench today. Just what was her leadership like? Just kind of on the sidelines, and do you have a status for her for tomorrow as well?
Yeah, first of all, her communication was outstanding. Seeing different things on the floor and being able to communicate that in huddle. I heard a lot of different voices, but when you're not playing, it gives you a different perspective. And I felt like she did a really good job of that with her teammates, and she did a really good job of that with us in the coaching staff. Just different things that she's seeing, different pointers for us in terms of maybe even communication style. I thought she was really engaged, and I felt like at one point she wanted to go back and put her uniform on and come out and play. As far as status update, she had a lot of progress in the last 24 hours, and that was our goal. Our goal is to see how she progresses every day. So we'll see what happens and see how she feels after the workouts that she went through today, and then hopefully she'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Guys, there's no doubt in my mind. Caitlin Clark will be playing in Carver, bro. Like, she warmed up with the team today. Everything looked just fine. I just believe this is just, they don't want her playing back to back. They don't want her to get hurt, not even a little bit, bro. They don't even want her to get an ankle sprain. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Now this next clip here, she talked about Michaela Timson, who I talked about earlier. Let's see what she had to say about her.
What'd you think of Michaela Timson and her pro debut and what she gave you? I guess overtime gives you an opportunity to see a little bit extra.
Man, I'll smile every time she's on the floor, and you just see some of the things that she does that you can't teach. I thought she played with great pace, and oftentimes with young players, they get sped up in environments like this. And I thought she played with great pace. She didn't move and crowd space. When she didn't know what to do, she stopped and she took a breath before she created an action. And those are really good habits for young players to have. Told her one time that she needed to have every rebound, and I think she was in there, at least got a hand on the ball every single time. I thought she looked really good.
What'd you think of Michaela Timson and her pro debut and what she gave you? I guess overtime gives you.
So that was her talking about Michaela Timson, bro, which I feel like she should be the talk of the game, man. She balled out. Let's head over to X and see how the Fever feel about this victory. This is the first one of the year, man. Let's check it out.
And Fever win. Thank you.
Yo.
Yo, dubs.
Sophie Cunningham showed out, man. She truly did. She balled out. She had 21 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. She down there had a triple-double, man. I mean, she down there had a double-double, man. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. She looked magnificent out there. A great addition for the team. She was just something they didn't have last year. They didn't have a Sophie, somebody that can go out there and go get her own points without Caitlin assisting or helping. Sophie Cunningham straight looked good, man. I just can't even lie. Dog. But like I say, it's a lot going on right now. A lot of stories coming out, trying to track them all, man. Let me put this video out for you guys. Get back in the studio, make another one. I'll be back here in another hour or so, dropping new heat. But like always, get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bills on, because you know what? I'm going to bring you the news. And until next time, man, shake the headers off. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Shake the